Happy New Year. Welcome to the first 2013 edition of the Recruiting Roundup. This is Jason Jewell, our high school football recruiting insider, and my name is Jared Cohen. We bring you the latest in Arizona high school football recruiting, and the latest, a new wrinkle this week, will bring you the players playing in the All-American games that are coming up this Friday and Saturday. But before we get into those, first there was a commitment over the holidays. Jake Rowe of Chaparral, he made his commitment.
Jake committed to Boise State. He called Coach Scott Huff, who recruits Arizona, while they were on the bus going to go play Washington right before Boise's big win. Jake was ultimately down to Iowa and Boise State, but took all 5 official visits, committed to Boise State because he loved the coaching staff, like Coach Peterson, and their tradition there at Boise is what ultimately led him to picking the Broncos.
So what kind of player, Jason, can the fans out in Boise expect out of Jake Rowe?
This is a kid that was an all-state wide receiver as a junior, was an all-state outside linebacker as a senior, so he's very, very versatile. He's going to get his first shot at H-back for the Broncos, playing on the Smurf turf, scoring touchdowns. But he's a kid, though, he's 6'3", 6'4", 215 pounds. If he doesn't have success at H-back, he can move over and play outside linebacker.
Yet another Division I commitment out of Chaparral. Congratulations to Jake Rowe, going to be playing at Boise State. Now, the All-American games are coming up this weekend. They happen over the holidays. The first one, the Under Armour All-American Bowl, has 2 players from Arizona. The first one of the best players in the country, Priest Willis. Jason, give us an update on Priest, how he's doing out there, and what the latest of his recruitment is.
He is Arizona's only 5-star prospect currently, and he's lived up to his billing. He's playing very, very well. You know, over the last 2 years, he's played cornerback. He's played safety for Roy Lopez at Marcos. He's playing mostly safety down there in Florida at the game, which is what I project him to be at the next level because he's so big, he's so fast, so versatile. He's a kid that can play every down. I think can make an immediate impact as a true freshman.
Now, with Priest Willis, you know, he has all the hype with the defense and how good of a player he is. But there's another guy, a long snapper, that's out there too. Very, very relatively unknown, Brandon Torelli out of Arcadia. He is with Priest at this game.
No one talks about long snappers, but Brandon is one of the top in the entire nation. He's a top 5 kid rated by ChrisSaylorKicking.com. Very, very good kid. Has an offer from Wyoming, and the Cowboys had another Arizona long snapper, Zach Ewan, from North Canyon High School, already snapping there, so potentially they'll get another Arizona product there at Wyoming.
The Under Armour All-American game is Friday. One that's on Saturday, the U.S. Army All-American game, and the top player from Arizona that's going to be playing in that one, Chance Cox out of Blue Ridge. He's already committed to ASU, but he's going to put his skills on a national scene coming up this Saturday.
Correct. He's a small school kid, so he's going to play against the best players on the biggest stage, and he's going to get a chance to really prove himself. He's a kid came in with a lot of hype and unfortunately had a lot of injuries during his senior year. Had a high ankle sprain, broke his foot towards the end of the year and was hoping to play in the state championship game. Just didn't happen. Now he's fully healthy. I talked to him this morning, playing linebacker. Not sure if he's going to start yet. They haven't announced a starting lineup, but he will get a lot of playing time and good exposure and a good chance for Sun Devil fans to see what they're going to get out of Chance Cox.
And the last All-American game that we're going to hit on, it's actually going to be happening on Friday in California, the Semper Fi All-American Bowl. 3 players from Arizona are out there practicing and going to be playing. The first one expects to start Kenny Lacey out of Mountain Point.
Correct. Kenny's playing left tackle. I talked to him last night, doing very, very well out there. He's a kid that's continued to grow and develop as a player. As a junior, I would say he was a good prospect, and then as a senior, he developed a nasty streak and became a great prospect. So now UCLA, he's reaffirmed his commitment there. He's not going to take any other visits, so the Bruins are going to get a good chance to see what they got out of Kenny Lacey.
One player yet to commit that's going to be playing in that game, so a lot of eyes will be on him. One of the most talented players in the state at wide receiver is Devin Allen.
Devin Allen did very, very good the first day on Monday, looked absolutely phenomenal. He had an injury towards the end of the season and on his ankle. He tweaked it again and sat out on Tuesday. But we talked about UCLA getting Kenny Lacey. UCLA is also one of the top schools for Devin. He has a top 5. Arizona State being in the mix, Florida State, Stanford, and now Arkansas has kind of jumped in on Devin.
Some big schools eyeing Devin Allen. The last one, a player that's already made his commitment, and he's going to be focusing on that school he's made a commitment to over the next week. Cole Luke, he's committed to play at Notre Dame. He's also in California practicing and going to play in the Semper Fi Bowl.
One of the West Coast top cornerbacks, and he's looked very, very good out there. My partner Greg Biggins is out at the game, told me he's looked like a top 5 corner honor while he's been there, doing very, very well. And the Notre Dame fans are going to get to see him play and then get to see the Irish go for the national championship as well.
So keep an eye out for the local Arizona players playing on a national scene and all the All-American Bowls around the country. That's coming up this Friday and Saturday. And make sure you continue to stay with us now as we're into 2013. We're going all the way up into signing day here on the Recruiting Roundup, and we're going to bring you the latest commitments and the latest news around the high school football scene. Till next time, this is Jason Jewell. I'm Jared Cohen. This is the Recruiting Roundup on ProsToPreps.com.